this is my. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet. These niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your area. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be broke. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shit, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Alright. Hey. Alright, let's start this shit off, yo. Let's get this show popping. Let's get it.
This that squad sound.
Y'all already know, baby. Let's turn this shit up, y'all. Yeah. What's popping, yo? What's happening? You back in the lab with your man, Marq Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Breaking the Beats. And man, we got a good one for you today, man. How y'all feel out there? I hope this broadcast is finding you in good spirit, good health, good prosperity, wherever you at on this side of life, right? Could be anywhere else in the world, man. You could be under the ground somewhere. It could be in a prison cell. Hopefully you're not right now. Hopefully you're somewhere with a cold drink or got one of them things twist up. However you choose to get down, right? Man, it's your boy Marq Nash. You already know what it is. Breaking Beats, hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I feel like squeezing into those letters. Shout out to everybody who's in the room early. HLD, what's popping? Ron Finkley, what up, my G? Big Ron, what up, my G? Jalen, what's popping? What's popping? King Mitch, you already know what time it is. You already know what we're going to do. My man said put in Pops, man. See, I can't with y'all, man. It's too early. It's too early. We just getting started. Freddie, it is too early. Oh, man, we're going to talk about all of that. Moody, what it do? I see you, man. Got your breakers up. Shout out to all the people out there representing, man. All right, let's get right into it. Y'all want to jump right into it? Let's get right into it. People are here today. They on time, they early. Some people are late. Tinkerbell, I'm sorry, Taylor Bell, what's up? You know it's all love. You know who the fuck we are. Hell yeah, man. You already know, man. We out here, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody out there who's doing their thing. Let's get right into it. First thing on the docket, without further ado, y'all already know we got to talk about that. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all see what we're talking about, right? Y'all see the thumbnail. You see what we're talking about, right? So we're going to jump right into it. Can I play this while I'm up here? Oh, it's going to make me get off the screen. So Bill Cosby is free. How about that? Let's do that. All right. Got my little dance in. Here you go. Put a little beat in the background. Got to put my music in the background, too. You know, people be trying to steal your boy content. For the people trying to steal my content, you can't steal my beats though. No samples neither. That's me. Yeah, man, we out here heavy, man. Let's get right into it. First of all, Bill Cosby is free. Do y'all care? Do you care? Do you not care? Is this justice? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna speak on it, Desmond. We're gonna speak on it. Matter of fact, let me drop that link out there because this is early. I think I was talking to Desmond earlier. Desmond was like, "Oh, they don't want to hear me talk about it." We do want to hear you talk about it. Definitely want to hear you talk about it. So I'm going to drop that link out there early with it. Early. I'm not playing. We want all the smoke. Because I want to know what's going on, man. We got some questions. And we're going to get these questions answered. Let me go to my handy dandy notebook. Like Blue's Clues would say, right? And we're going to get right into the shits, man. Now, I posed a couple questions in this topic, right? The topic has some questions. I'm gonna start off with the questions. Should African Americans stick to the code? Should we stick to the code? You said them hoes ought to be ashamed of themselves. Should we stick to the code? If so, what is the code? Can you disagree with somebody without having your black card revoked? I want to know, can we disagree? True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America. True or false? Also, another true or false question I got for you. You should always root for your kind, even if your boxing knowledge tells you otherwise. Want to know. Also, true or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports. We're going to talk about all this and more. Before we get into it, once again, Bill Cosby was released today. This one's for you. I saw a meme going around that said Bill Cosby gonna wear a Camille ass out tonight. He was like, fuck it, you ain't even got to go to sleep tonight. Come on, wake up. Ron Finkley, talk to me, my G. How you feel? Ron Finkley, you got the floor. Talk to me.
I'll talk, but like I'm not trying to.
Ron Finkley, your audio's trash, bro. Hey, leave out. Try to come back in real quick. Leave out. Try to come back in. Yeah, we trying to have a high quality show today, man. Make sure you got your mic popping. Make sure your mic is good when you come in. And we're gonna let you get on. I'm gonna put the phone number on the screen. If y'all want to call in, y'all can call in. Put the number on the screen. I want to know your opinion. Should we stick together? Should we stay on code? Do you gotta agree with me? Do you gotta agree with me? And if you disagree with me, is your black card gonna get revoked? We're gonna talk about it. We got some people saying, man, we gotta question your blackness if you don't root for Wilder. We gotta talk about that. Let's get on it. Ron Finkley, you back, man? Talk to me.
Yo, I love Wilder. I love him like a fucking brother, bro.
Talk your shit. Let's go.
Why would I not like Wilder, yo? He's a good dude. He's a good dude, like as far as like his personality sometimes. But like I can't go with his boxing skills. I gotta go with what I feel. And I feel like Fury got his number, bro. I'm gonna go with what I think, yo. I'm not gonna go with like no fucking king shit. I'm gonna go like with some boxing shit. Wilder's exposed, bro. Big time. And I'm gonna leave it at that, yo.
No. You gotta keep cooking on that. So you go. So let me ask you this: have you been told that, hey, you're not sticking to the code? You're not on code? Anybody told you that?
Well, no, they don't really come at me like that. I just tell them straight up, like, let's bet on the fight. Like, they don't really come at me like saying that I'm on code. Like, people don't really talk to me like that, Nash. I'm gonna keep it 100. They don't really come at me like that. But I let them know, like, yo, dog, let's just bet on this fight. Let's keep it fun. Because I look at it as like it's fun. I just see two boxers in the ring. I don't see, like, race in it. I see, like, two boxers. And I'm going to go with the motherfucker that might whoop his ass. Because I lost money on Wilder, the second fight.
Oh, really?
I was believing all of that shit, Marq, man.
How much you lose? How much you lose?
I think I lost like $600 on that fight.
600?
Not a lot, but I lost to Blue Blood. I lost to a few people, bro.
Hold up. Blue
Blood, Slick TV, all them niggas, yo.
Ouch, man. $600, man. That ain't nothing to just sneeze and sniff it like it ain't nothing.
I was leaving in Blue Blood, Slick TV. I was like, yo, Blue Blood, Wilder gonna win, right? Like, this nigga like had me fooled, yo.
That's crazy.
But check out, the first fight, Wilder did pull off almost a win. He almost did pull off a win the first fight. I was stressed out watching that fight, though. The whole first fight was epic. The whole dog. I remember like going to the house and trying to get to the laptop to watch the fight. I bought the shit, and I was like, "Damn, Wilder about to get this nigga." But Wilder laid an egg though because I was stressed out the whole fight.
Yo, you was looking like this at the fight, huh?
Take my phone, y'all. What you do, Marq?
You had the damn crying face up there. You was looking like somebody took your rent money and your milk money.
I was looking like a casual. That's what the fuck I was looking like.
But here's the thing though, brother. Look, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've heard guys saying this. They was like, yo, if you look, man, I've heard guys unfairly be called coons. I've heard people called talking about you ain't black, you're not my brother, we don't stick together. And also I heard some people say, hey bro, it's just boxing.
Yeah.
I think this guy's a better boxer, so I'm going with him. What do you say to that, Ronald Finkley?
I say bet that up. Let's all get like, because it's just a fun part. Like, we need to get Deontay Wilder a statue for that sweeping, for that right hand and that sweeping left. We need to give Wilder a statue. If we're not giving him a statue, I'm just betting y'all. I just want to bet y'all. Like, let's just bet. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it entertaining and see where the money go. Because this is a sport to me. It's not no black and white shit. Your ass got whooped. Call it a day. They can come back to the drawing board. If he beat me this time, if Wilder win this time, I'm gonna look like a fool 3 times in a row. Cause that means I called the first fight like Wilder was gonna win, but it really was a draw. But it wasn't a draw. Tyson Fury won. The second fight was a pummeling. So if Wilder win this time, guess what? Y'all all got money. Everybody got money. The sports fan. It's not about hating Wilder. It's about understanding like he's not a great boxer. If you lose rounds, you lose rounds. He lose rounds. Look at Tank the other day. People try to say Tank lost like fucking like they tried to say that Tank was down on the rounds after the halfway point. Tank whipped him 10-1. I wasn't stressed out watching the Tank fight. It wasn't like a Jamel Charlo versus the Tony Harrison fight. I look at boxing like that. I'm just a fan of the sport, bro. Like anybody else that can look at it from an objectively point of view. You just
so
look
you
at
don't.
it and you just.
So you. I'm sorry. So you don't subscribe to the idea that we should stick together and stay on code no matter what.
I don't stick to that code.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you say to those who say, "Hey, look, man, the Hispanics root for their guy, even when they know he gonna lose. They still root for their guy. The Japanese still root for their guy." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody, look, you ain't gonna get no guy from the Philippines too often saying, "Nah, Manny Pacquiao gonna lose." They're gonna ride with their guy.
Yeah.
So the question is, should African Americans stick together and stay on code no matter what everybody else does it? What do you say to that?
I don't think they should. I think they should look from like an objectively point of view. What round did he win? Watch the fight in detail.
No. Ron Finkler. I'm sorry. The question again is, let me say it a different way. Compared to other people, some would say they ride with their guy, they stick with their guy. Black folks, we don't ride with our guy. What do you say about that?
If you want to ride with your guy, fine. Ride with him. I ain't got no problem with that. Ride with your guy. You know? I don't really look at that as important.
Hey, Desmond, pull up. Desmond, I see you on Facebook. Pull up, my brother. We definitely need your opinion. He's a MBPP member. If you know what that, if you know, you know. Go ahead, Ronald Finkler.
All right, looking like the Earl Spence fight versus Danny Garcia. I was thinking Danny Garcia was a wash. When I was thinking Earl Spence was going to, and I thought that Earl Spence was going to get washed, but he didn't. So guess what? I chalked that up, like, because we've seen that Earl Spence was kind of back halfway, and Danny did a good job in the fight. But the point is that Danny didn't put enough hands on him enough to win the fight, and I saw how Earl dominated him. You see what I'm saying? Like, they both fucked up in the fight, but I think that Spence was less fucked up than Danny. Like, that's all I look at boxing like, bro.
Let me ask you, that up. My G, let me ask you this. True or false? Got a question for you. True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America. True or false? In your opinion?
I would say maybe false.
Okay. Tell me why not.
Because I see that a lot of LGBT people follow like what they believe, or any type of conscious community follow like what they think to believe is like being on the same side. But all y'all doing is being capitalist. Y'all not actually helping each other. Y'all not unity. It's just all about how much money I can get from you and like how I can build off of you. It ain't about helping your people. Why they ain't even got to do, bro? Think about that shit. You came
hold on, Ronald Finkler, you're going on a rant and a tangent real quick. I have some more questions for you. You said it's false. You said it's false. African Americans are not the most divided race in America. Who is?
Oh, the most divided community in America? I would say maybe white people.
Okay.
Because they get money on their own. Just to get money.
Okay.
They get money on their own. They get money on their own. And they don't even talk about it. They just do it.
Okay. All right, look. I got 2 more questions for you. True or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports. Let me get your answer on it.
I don't think racism exists in boxing.
You said you hold on. Let me make sure I heard you again. You said you do not think racism exists in boxing.
It exists on depending on what you think racism is, but it don't exist as far as fans coming to a fight or fans supporting the boxer.
Okay.
Think about it. Teofimo Lopez almost did the same thing Danny Garcia did, but Rona came into effect. I felt like Teofimo Lopez was about to have a big showing in America, but Rona came into effect. I look at boxing like that. He became
Ron, got one more question for you. I know you're trying to go on a little rant and tangent. We just getting started. We got all night. Well, really, we got 2 hours. I'm sorry. We ain't got all night. We do got 2 hours. So, true or false? You should always root for a quote unquote your kind, even if your knowledge tells you otherwise. That I think we kind of already answered that because we said everybody else roots for their race. Black people don't all the time. We don't stay on code. Last question for you, Ron Finkley. What is the code? When people say stick to the code, what is the code?
It's code in box, the root for the fighter that you think gonna win. That's the code. It ain't about black or white. It's about who you think gonna win.
Okay, but is it a black code? When they say brothers need to stick to the code, do you know about the code?
Yeah, I know about the code.
What is the code, brother?
The code is you just root motherfucker because you think that he's a black guy. Like,
okay. All right. Well, look.
That's crazy to me, yo.
All right. Well, look. You can hang out in the background. We're gonna open it back up, or you can beam right back in. We're gonna keep it moving. Shout out to Hyphy Ranks. Talk to me.
Yeah, Wagwan. All right, so listening to the topic in the background a little bit.
Talk to me, my G.
Question.
Hold on, this your first time on the show?
Yeah. Big ups.
Hold on. Let me give you the drop real quick. Let me give you the drop.
Yes! Already.
Yes! All right, you got the floor. Talk to me. Your mic's muted, Hyphy. Come on. There you go. Talk to me.
All right, so look, I do got a question for you, but you want to run the questions by like one by one or what?
Oh, you got a question for me?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my question for you is hold on,
you beaming in asking questions. You ain't even answered none of the questions we got. We got about 6 questions up here.
All right. Let's get to it. Let's
get into it. Let me ask you the first question first. Should African Americans stick to the code no matter what?
Well, that's automatic no, because there's no code. So we can go on for that.
Okay. See, and that's to you. See, these are all opinion based. There's no right or wrong. Do you agree? Oh, I'm sorry. Can we disagree in our community without your blackness being questioned?
We should be able to. Unfortunately, as we see in these chats, you cannot, but we should be able to.
Okay. True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America.
Definitely true.
Oh, true. Okay.
Not definitely true.
Tell me why. Why you say that?
I mean, you can look at every sector, every industry, and what do you see? As people say, you got this. Well, look, every sector that you look in, you see, as we say, our people, as we say, not united, not on code, as we say. There's no unity. And I'm comparing that to every other race. Yeah, it's just a lot less unity. It's right there.
Okay. True or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports. Your opinion, sir?
Oh no, that's definitely false. Racism is always going to play a part in every sector, every field, including sports, any sport. But there's a such thing as exploiting it and race baiting. You know what I'm getting at.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
All right, well,
this is my first time talking to you.
All right. Well, look, it's a such thing as race baiting. That's when, we already know what race baiting is. It happens. It's a lot of people going back and forth about it in the boxing community. So yeah, it can be overplayed.
What is race baiting to you? Because some would say we're race baiting today just by asking the question.
Oh no, I mean, I would definitely disagree with that. This is just an informed discussion. Race baiting would be, okay, for example, we could say if Deontay Wilder walks into a costume store to get a costume made, Well, if he's the first person in the store, you might say the owner of the store helped Deontay first because he wanted to hurry and get the black man out of the store. Now, you can also say if Deontay walks in the store second, you can say, well, they made Deontay wait because he was black and he didn't get that peripheral treatment due to his skin.
Oh, I get you right there. That's crazy right there. I get you. It's like you can't win for losing with that situation you just named right there. Let me ask you this too. Last question. True or false? You should always root for quote unquote your kind, even if your knowledge tells you otherwise. Example, when you watch the Olympics, you don't root for Russia, you root for America. You don't root for another country. You don't root for the UK, you don't root for them, you root for the Americans, right? So what's the difference here? What's wrong with having pride in your reflection, some would say? What say you?
Well, I see where that could conflict, because what if I'm a Cuban, but I was born and raised in America? So if Cuba and America is going at it, now it's a conflict. I can't please everybody. I could go the national route, or I could go my ethnic, background route. So you're not going to be able to please everybody on that. So to that answer, I say false.
False. All right. What's your question for me?
All right. Ties into what we're talking about. As far as all this racism that keeps talking about, which is a very hot topic right now in the sport of boxing, in your opinion, is racism that serious in boxing compared to topics outside of boxing and, real life racism that people really go through, real life issues? Is boxing racism really that deep?
Ron Finkler, I see you unmuted. You want to answer first?
Yeah, I want to ask.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Hyphy, real motherfucker, and he look at everything from like through the lens. He look at everything through the lens. I always respected Hyphy.
Your audio again.
In boxing is not.
There you go.
Political shit in boxing. Political shit in boxing is not needed. I think that the sport can do away with political shit in boxing. The sport is a sport. It shouldn't be like political. It should be a sport. If I explained that, I did.
Okay. And say the question again so I can have some clarity and some understanding. Say your question again for me, Hyphy, and then I'm gonna do my best to try to answer it.
Okay, so all right, so we understand racism. We got history of racism in all industry aspects. Like I said, not only including boxing or sports in general, but I'm saying the amount of racism, I'm talking about real racism that goes on. Is racism in boxing really that deep as some people try to make it?
It's a loaded question, bro. Ask the question one more time.
Is racism really
some of the fat
deep
off of it
in boxing?
Okay, well, let me answer it
do you
this
feel
way.
racism? All right.
Let me answer it this way. First and foremost, I'm not a fighter, promoter, not a manager. So I don't experience racism in boxing the way one of those guys would. I just know what I see from a fan's perspective, right? To be fair, right? Is that fair enough so far? Now,
Definitely.
when you say compared to other things, I don't want to downplay oppression, racism. I don't want to downplay it as in, well, it's not as serious as this. That's like saying, hey, you got cancer, but it's not as serious as the guy who got the AIDS virus. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, you got AIDS, but this person has. I don't want to compare pain and tragedy like that. You get what I'm saying? Because right is right, wrong is wrong, in my opinion. But to answer the best way I can, like I said, I'm not qualified, but I'll take the job. I think sometimes people, it's subtle racism. Racism still exists, my brother. It's just because the KKK doesn't come around burning crosses on people's lawns anymore, don't mean they're not still active. You get what I'm saying? So,
yep.
Yeah, like I said, your question was kind of loaded. I'm trying to break it down in pieces. What am I missing there?
You got
What am I
to it.
missing? What am I missing? Yeah, I just think it's a, and I believe in my heart, racism does exist in every aspect of the American experience. Period. Every aspect. But you got to be honest though, is not a lot of white guys in boxing. It's more black guys and Hispanics. It's more minorities. It's the Cubans, the Mexicans. You got immigrants like coming from Kazakhstan and places like that. The Irish guys coming over sometimes too. They're not necessarily the majority, and they be getting knocked out too. You know what I'm saying? Getting beat up too. So I just need some clarity and some understanding from the crowd and the audience. See, I don't have all the answers. I'm honest enough about it. That's why I love to have these kind of conversations with the audience, because like I said, I'm not married to none of these ideals or beliefs. Shit, you watch the show long enough, you'll hear me say, good point. I'm riding with that. Man, somebody else will beam in to break another point, and I'll be like, wow, I never thought of it that way. Instead of looking at it and trying to dissect it and saying, no, I got to stand on my square. I got to down this hill right here. This is what we on. I'm black and you're white. So I disagree with you. Some people, man, you could just hear it in their tone sometimes when people come on the show. They can tell like, oh, this is the white guy. And I can see they talk to them different, like they trying to handle them. And I'm like, bro, I don't like that on my show. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do no handling like that. Just because you disagree with him or you don't think he's qualified to answer. Shit, like that ain't your place all the time to tell people what they can and can't do. Nobody has a copyright on the black race, in my opinion. None of us have a copyright on the black race, and we can't tell somebody else they're not black because we disagree with them. Now, granted, don't be out here on no OJ shit now saying I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Like you turn your back to your people. Now that's different. Go ahead.
Am I nice and clear, bro? Because I don't want this to speak like fucking with you.
Nah, man, it's good enough. Go ahead, rock with me. Let's get it popping.
Yo, I look at the Brandon Adams fight. He fought the guy that was 18 and 18 KOs, bro. They gave him a small ring, Marq Nash. They gave Brandon Adams a small ring. And Brandon Adams was losing every fucking round, bro.
You're breaking up.
Brandon Adams knocked that. Brandon Adams.
Hey, you breaking? Hey, bro. You got to say all of that shit again. You said they gave him a small ring. He was losing. Now what happened?
Brandon Adams fought a guy that was 18 and 0 with 18 KOs from Russia. You hear me?
Right.
And Brandon Adams was like, he talked after the fight, said that he was down. Like, I saw he was down. I watched the fight. He was down like 6 rounds to 2 or some shit. Brandon Adams knocked him out in the 9th round. But the point is, he went through the fire and he got through whatever they tried to do him dirty for, because it was a smaller ring. But Brandon Adams won that fight convincingly. He knocked the dude out. Boxing is a dirty sport to me. I look at it like this: if you can overcome your obstacles and weather through it, then that's how you become. That's why I always big Brandon Adams up right now.
I'm sorry. How does that relate to what we're talking about, brother? I'm so lost. You got to help me out.
Well, you know, like how there loses, and then he put it like this: I'm powder. He loses, but he complained about it. Brandon Adams didn't complain about almost getting beat. He just knocked the dude out. Like, you withstand whatever they put in front of you. Boxing is a dirty sport. You're gonna get like the A side, the B side. You're gonna get all of that. So what are you gonna do about it? You gotta weather that shit and do what you gotta do. And that's what I think Chris Colbert was. And I think that's what Chris Colbert was summoning today. He was summoning like, look, man, you gonna have to fucking, bro. You gonna have to actually box or outthink that person. That's what he was summoning.
Okay. Hey, look, your audio is like choppy. Yeah, man. I got the number on the screen. Yeah. Try to beam. What? What?
I'm gonna do it different.
What?
I'm gonna do it different.
What?
I'm gonna do it different.
Huh?
Silence.
I'll be back.
Hey, man, it's all good. I'm fucking with you. Hey, man, try to beam back in, bro. Like, yeah, you got it. Yeah, man, you can't be out there cutting grass and trying to do the show at the same time. My man out there pushing the lawnmower. using the weed eater, the snow blower. He's riding on dubs with the music blasting, windows down. Can't have a high quality show that way. Hey, Hyphy, talk to me, man. So, Chris Colbert is out here with some comments. He has been added to the list of unpopular African Americans, right? Black folks. And people don't like what he said. I'm about to play the clip. Before I do that, give me your assessment of it, of Chris Colbert's statements.
Look, his statements are shared by other people as well. But like you said, if you're not a certain color, you're gonna be labeled as what they call a coon by certain people. So to me, that's just agenda pushing. Every one of these fighters is able to have their own opinions, and I got no problem with what he said.
Now, I've interviewed quite a few fighters and trainers, and I always ask them about the glove gate situation, right? Now, I've heard people give me their take on it, but they didn't say it the way Chris Colbert delivered his soliloquy, right? He was quite candid. He was raw. It was uncut. Some said he was either trolling or something. We got a call coming in. Let me take the call. Caller, 313, talk to me. Three one three. You live on the air. Talk to me.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. You hear him, Hyphy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this is Desmond.
Okay. Hey, Desmond, how you doing, my G?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I couldn't get in touch with you the way I wanted to, but I'm gonna get in touch with you this way.
Okay. Okay. What went wrong? Oh, you was on Facebook. You watching me on Facebook? I need to drop the link over there, huh?
Facebook.
Oh yeah, because on Facebook you don't see the link. The link is only over here on YouTube. But I'm glad you was able to call in. Talk to me, Desmond. First of all, first time calling in, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, let me give you the drop. Let me give you a drop real quick. Yes. Talk to me. Hey, 802, you got to call right back. We got somebody else up here. 802, call right back. Go ahead, Desmond.
Yeah, well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have the opportunity to answer some of the questions you're talking about.
Okay, well, look, Desmond, do you got YouTube or you ain't on YouTube? You ain't got to have no channel. Just come to Marq Nash on YouTube. Yeah, go to Marq Nash on YouTube and click the link, and you can actually join the panel, and we'll put you on the screen. You want to do that?
You say Marq Asher?
Marq Nash, MarqNash.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just like MarqNash. Go to YouTube, type me in, you'll see me live, and the link is in the chat. I'll put you right on the screen. All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. Let me see. Let me grab this other line. All right, 802. Try to call back now. The line is clear. All right. So yeah, man, we got some people calling in. Touchy subject, but hey, we got to talk about it, right? If not us, then who? Absolutely. Coach, pull up. You already know you're a friend of the show. We don't always agree, but we might probably most definitely gonna agree on this. I think people are entitled to their own opinion, man. And I think some of these guys, before you bash Chris Colbert, you got to check the playlist on your own videos. Look at your own content, what you've been putting out. Y'all been bashing Bud Crawford. Were you sticking to the code then? Y'all was bashing Bud Crawford. Still are to this day. Were you sticking to the code then? I'm just saying, man, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, man. You got to watch that energy you put out, bro, because that energy comes right back to you. We got to talk about it, man. I might not have liked the way the brother delivered his statements, Chris Colbert, that is, but am I going to be out here trying to revoke his black card? Nope. That's not how we move, bro. That's not how I move. The man is entitled to his opinion, whether you like it or not. You got to let that man have his opinion, respectfully, of course. Shout out to one of the kings of this boxing thing, Coach Malachi Williams himself. Welcome home, my brother.
Hey, man, I came over here to support you, fam. You know what I mean? somebody sent me the link, and I they asked me to join. I said, yeah, I come on to support my brother, man, because Marq Nash, you always support me. As you can see, my eyes is heavy because I'm tired. I get up in the morning, I run 3 miles every day, and you know how this content creation thing is. It's long, man. So
hey, coach, if you care about what you're doing and you're trying to put out quality product, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is going to take a long time, a little bit outside of what y'all see, because I see you do your research, your notes there. Sometimes you freestyling it too. A lot of it is freestyle, but I can tell you always got your bullet points and you did your research. Talk to us about the topic tonight. You see the thumbnail, man. Chris Colbert has been put in the box with some of America's most hated black folks.
Yeah.
Is it rightfully so, or what do you say?
Nah, basically, it depends on what narrative you want to push. If you're pushing a certain narrative, yeah, you know what I mean. Then because these guys, are you talking about people who we're talking about the pro-black stuff, right? You say
well, look, I got some questions. I got some questions for you. Let me set the table for you. Then I'll run off the questions. I got about 6 questions right here. Okay. Should African Americans stick to the code no matter what?
What's the code?
You tell me. Hey, look, that was the second question. What is the code? So
I have no
idea. Tell me
what the code is. I'm just being honest with you.
Me neither. So you have heard stick with the brothers ain't on code, ain't sticking to the code. Basically bet on black, I'm guessing. Ride with your folks.
My mother was a Black Panther. I was in the Nation of Islam for 24 and a half years. I was a lieutenant. And we supported black businesses, everything black, pretty much to the best of our ability. When I was in the nation, this is what we was taught. So I kind of like specialize in this field of expertise. Right? We marry black women. We protect our black women. We protect our children. This is what the code means from what I came up with when I was coming up. What I was taught by my grandfather and the elders in the nation, and from my mother as well, who was the Black Panther. Now, whatever code that they have right now, I am not familiar with that code. Okay. So what is the code?
Okay. To be honest, keep in mind, these are individual questions for me. There's no right or wrong answer. Is your perception, is what you feel and what you believe, or what it means to you. Second question: can you disagree with others in our community without your quote unquote blackness being in question? In your opinion, Coach?
Yes, you can. You should be able to disagree. We are not one monolithic group of people. We should be able to disagree respectfully without calling each other coons, Uncle Tom, sellouts, yada 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 yada. Especially Uncle Tom, it really kills me because they really don't know who Uncle Tom really is, or know the historical context of what Uncle Tom is. I broke that down in my story.
Uncle Tom was a hero in that story, right?
Exactly. The historical Uncle Tom was the hero. He was the one who sacrificed his life and gave his life in order to help save other slaves, meaning black people. So what happened was Hollywood, when they made the movie, they changed the character of Uncle Tom, and they depicted him as being one who gave his life to save his slave master, right? So when people say today, Uncle Tom, this is the term that they're using to try to use you, to try to disparage you or degrade you, or to try to bully you, to shame you online. And that's, to me, that's totally against the code, but that's whatever the code is, but that's what they do. I guess the code meaning the pro-black code, but when you kind of look at the definition of what pro-black means, a lot of these guys, they're not living that code themselves. So what I point out the hypocrisy and the double standards and the contradictions in it. That's what I do. Whether they like it or not, you know me, I'm very unapologetic when I say this stuff, because I come from that background. That was my channel was going to be about race, religion, and politics, because I was 24 and a half years. Hell, to this day, I still got the Black Panther on my arm, and I still have FOI, meaning Fruit of Islam, on my show. Well, that's the wrong one. Right here.
Man, you just got that. Man, that's some henna. That ain't no real tattoo. You ain't. I'm messing with you. I'm joking.
But I'm saying, like, I was really on that. Like, I was the pro-blackest of the pro-black, and the guys who I ran with was on that. We was on that real heavy. So when I see these guys using this code stuff online in boxing, these guys are very, very sensitive. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. But these guys,
yeah, we're gonna show some respect, because you know what I'm saying, because this is like a neutral zone. I want them to call in because I want to hear their opinion too. I want them to be able to stand on some of this.
So basically, if you don't agree with the narrative, basically this is the deal from what I see it. If you're not a promotional company, or if you're not a pro boxer of a certain boxer, that certain guys who think that they are authorities in this YouTube stuff, if you're not on what they say is the code, even though they have white wives, Asian wives, Latino wives, even though I don't care who you marry, but I'm saying if you understand what the definition of pro-black is, that's totally against the pro-black code. But I say all that to say this, doesn't matter. If you don't push their narrative, then they feel like it's open season to attack you, to call you coon, Uncle Tom sellout. I don't agree. So,
hey,
you know, they come at me. I have no problem with it. I'm a big boy. I'm 47 years old. I can handle it. You're not going to my point. It doesn't make me any. Never mind. But that's how I see it.
Let me jump to the chat real quick because we had a couple more questions, but Troy Graham beamed in. Pardon me. Thank you again for everybody's tuning in. The phone number is scrolling at the bottom. If you want to call in, 678-381-1938, 678-381-1938. Shout out to Terrence Bailey Sr. What's poppin', OG? How you feel? Hyphy, he said, I'll hang out in the chat for now. It's cool, man. You don't have to just hang out on the panel. Hang out in the room. You can call back in. You can beam back in. There's no limit on it. Shout out to my sister, Patricia, always out here working in the chat. She's a queen bee. She's not just a busy bee. She's a queen bee. And she keep that chat lit up, man. Thank you so much, my sister. J8, you know, you always great with me. Lisa Bells, you know what I'm saying? She never fails. Shout out to her. Ron Finkley, you already know what's up. Ron the Don. Troy Graham is on the panel now, so we're going to get up with him. Shout out to Lady Chan, Don Dem Season. I like that. I know I ain't say that right. Lady Chan, Don Dem Season. Look, I've been to Jamaica 4 or 5 times. I try the accent as soon as I get off the plane, and they laugh at me. I be trying to accent until somebody look at me like, boy, stop. You where you from? With that way. Hey, look, I sound like Dave Chappelle doing the accent from Half Baked. Boy, buck. Yeah, I'm terrible. But yeah, man. So shout out to everybody who's pulling up. HLD, you know me, man. It's all good. Let's keep it popping though. Troy Graham, let me ask you something. True or false? True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America. True or false, in your opinion? Still with me, Troy? If so, your mic is muted.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was on mute. It would seem that way, but you know, sometimes you find out that's not always true. You know.
So, is that true or false to you, sir?
And to me, I'm going to say false.
Okay. If not us, then who?
That's a good question. I don't know how other groups work, so I couldn't answer you. That's why I said it's false, because I don't know how other groups work.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, true or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports.
Racism exists everywhere. It's just that it's how you choose to deal with it. When you're in that ring, there's no racism, but outside of that, there's a ton of racism. Yes.
Okay. True or false? You should always quote root for your kind, quote unquote, your kind, even when your knowledge tells you otherwise. Example: hey, when you watch the Olympics, you root for America. You don't root for Usain Bolt sometimes just because he's Jamaican. You want America to win. You don't root for Russia. You get what I'm saying? You don't root for the Philippines. You root for America. So should you root for your guys?
You shouldn't root for someone all the time just because they're black, because not everybody that's your skin is your kin. That's an old saying, but it's true.
Well, what do you when you say true or false? You should always root for your kind. Can you elaborate on that? When you say your kind, what does that mean?
Somebody who looks like you, somebody like in a boxing match. You should be rooting for Tyson. You should not be rooting for Tyson Fury. He's not black. He's not American. You get what I'm saying? You guys are polar opposites. So some would say, hey, you being a black guy from the South and you from America, you should root for Wilder. Even if you like, man, I think Fury's gonna win, but I'm rooting for Wilder.
I totally disagree with
I like in the Olympics, you don't root for Russia. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay, I totally disagree. Okay, we root for Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is Jamaican, but he's black, right?
I rooted for him. I'm just saying, yeah, that was a terrible example because that brother cold as hell, man, and he got a cool restaurant in Jamaica. But go ahead.
I mean, as it relates to the sport of boxing, this is where it gets kind of twisted at. because some of these fans who are supporters of certain fighters, they say, okay, we got to stick with our own kind. We got to root for our brothers, right? But some of these guys will call other black fighters Uncle Tom, coons, sellouts. Prime example,
Monkeys.
Terrence Crawford is called top ranked Toby by some of the same guys who say we got to stick to the code and be pro-black. So let me read this to you. For all you people who don't know what pro-black is, right? Pro-black is the lifestyle that encourages the economic growth and development of black people as a whole, with a purpose of increasing the wealth and population of black people around the world. So when you, according to the definition of what pro-black is, that's what it is. So when you are picking and choosing which blacks that you want to promote and uplift and which blacks you want to disparage, you are not sticking to the code of what pro-black is. You are not pro-black, right? That's just part deeper into it, but I'm not. But I'm just saying, so in the sport of boxing, I see a lot of double standards and hypocrisy when it comes to certain fighters. These guys are not pro-black. They are pro a particular fighter. So when you go against the code of that particular fighter, because some of these channels, because they have a personal relationship with this fighter, when you go against the code, they try to tie it into you're going against pro-blackness. You need to stick to your own kind. But Mark Breland is a sellout. Sugar Hill, he deserves to get burned up in the car fire. Terrence Crawford is top ranked Toby, even though he's very dark skinned. Jamel Charlo, because he gave his opinion, he's a coon. The other brother, Colbert, now he's the new coon. Anthony Joshua's the Uncle Tom. I don't get it. I don't understand. You guys are so pro-black, but everybody who you attack is black. And you don't even have black wives at home.
You better stop. No, you better stop, Coach.
I'm telling you, bro. I got to call it. I got to call it like it is. It is what it is. I'm not here to. I got to tell the truth, because when you understand what the definition of pro-black is, the definition of pro-black is not what these guys are pushing. They are pro-narrative when it comes to a particular fighter because they have a relationship with this fighter because he gives them interviews. That's it.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Hang out with us, Coach. Don't leave you. I know you're tired, but hang out with us just for a little bit longer if you can. Lisa Bells, you never fail. Talk to me. How you doing, Queen? Your mic's muted. There you go.
Oh, okay. I was muted. I'm sorry.
Yes,
so
what's
doing? The first question? Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's a great topic. So what is the first question?
No other way. First question. Hey, should African Americans stick to the quote unquote code no matter what? Should you stick to the code no matter what?
Now, what is the code?
That's question
because
2.
There's some people.
What is the code? What is the code to you? Like, because I'm sure this is not the first time you heard of people saying, man, stay on code, man. You got to stick to the script, stay on code, brother. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, but you gotta, I'm older, so but I get what it means, like what's understand don't need to be talked about or whatever. Kind of like it's just something like a unwritten rule that we just know. So
bet on black. They say bet on black.
I mean, yeah, I get that. Yeah, like I don't have no issues with that at all for me. But everybody's not the same. You know, everybody has a different everybody, it's a code of ethics, a code of behavior, code of conduct.
You chopping up, Lisa. Are we hearing
I don't expect everybody to be kind of monolithic and all everybody to be in uniformity, if you know what I mean.
I get it. Second question. Can you disagree with others in our community without your blackness being in question? Because I don't know if you
be able
Ray,
to, sure.
Yeah, because remember they was mad at Ray Rice about the knee situation about Colin Kaepernick. Then he went out there and took a knee. Then they asked him about taking a knee. He said, "Oh, I won't take a knee for protest. I was praying." Yeah. They cooned him out.
Yeah,
Stephen A. Smith get cooned out all the time. Jason Whitlock.
Right.
See, it seems Candace Owens. It seems like when we have an unpopular opinion or we disagree with each other in our community, we trying to take people black card. We saying they're not black. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because they don't stick to the code, or because let's be clear, it is some people who are propped up on certain networks to be the black person who talks bad about black people. We all think that it's a token in every community, but
I mean,
for me, I'll just say this right quick before Lady Chan talk. For me,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
would never call another black person a coon, and the reason why I'll say this is because the slave masters called the slaves coons. So I find it to be very it's a very derogatory term. It's like I just don't roll like that. The same thing with the Uncle Tom. The real Uncle Tom is Josiah Henson, who was not a Uncle Tom. People are confusing Uncle Toms with Sambos.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't go by what other people do and say. I'm my own person at the end of the day. And who I am is from my life experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would never call another black person a coon.
I feel you.
It's the most derogatory thing you could call another black person.
Hey, look, but look, some people call each other niggas all day too, and to be still bobbing to the beat, and they don't even care. So I get you. And some people would say that word is just as bad.
But I blame people. May get mad at me what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
I'm older now, but when I was younger, I didn't see that. The hip hop genre was the one that started that. By the changing of taking the ER off and putting the A on, you cannot justify that. And then the record companies, you know what I'm saying? It's justification.
They were saying that in black exploitation films before the Sugar Hill Gang. To be fair, Miss Lisa. But look, we're gonna come back to you. We're gonna come back to you. I want to get Lady Chan though. Yeah, but black folks in hip hop, we definitely how they would say in the YouTube community, we monetized it like a son bitch. But whether right or wrong is Lady Chan, right. Talk to me. It's first time on the panel, right?
Yeah, first time. Give me the drop.
Let me give you the drop. Where we at? Yo, this is so dope. Let's get it. Yes! Talk to me.
Yeah. What do you want to ask me? Because
okay, let's bring up the questions. True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America, in your opinion.
Okay, so I can't see. This is where I don't say it's African Americans. That means it's only in America. I would say us as black people globally that are divisive and divided in general.
So so you think the question is too narrow? It should be broader. True, yeah. You said it's true. It's black people, period, worldwide.
Yeah, period. Yeah, worldwide we are.
Okay, cool. Oh, good answer. Okay, true or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports, in your opinion?
False.
Okay, explain.
Yeah. Obviously, in every sport, in every country, every sport, it's systemic. So there's going to be racism in every sport. We know this. We acknowledge this. But when it's like, okay, so when you're saying about, who do you root for when it's like your national team playing, obviously you're going to root for the country that you're from because it's a team sport. But when it's like combat sports, one-on-one, here I'm only learning this since having my boxing channel, that you guys have introduced, not you, but a sector of Americans in boxing has introduced a cancer to the sport. Because in the UK, we don't root for a fighter because they're black or because they're white. We're here because it's boxing, so we root for the fighter who we think is going to win. So if it's Manny Pacquiao against Adrian Broner, I'm going with Manny. I'm not Filipino, so that means I'm not on code. But I don't care because the code's shit. It needs to be reprogrammed.
I like, hey, unique answer right there. Let me ask you this. So, and I'm gonna throw it back to Troy with this as well, and bring it back to Coach, and back around to Lisa as well. So how do you feel about people, Chris Colbert statements? Some people are saying, hey, look, man, you pulling the Candace Owens, you're not, you're not sticking with the code. I heard people have questioned other people's blackness, quote unquote, because they're not rooting for Deontay Wilder. They're rooting for Tyson Fury. They's like, not only is he's a white guy, he's not even American. Like how do you identify with this guy? You get what I'm saying? What's your answer to that, Lady Chan?
Okay,
I can't hear you, Lady Chan. What's your answer to that?
What Chris Colbert said. He signed with PBC.
You chopping up. You chopping up a little bit. Say that again.
Can you hear me?
There you go. Good? There you go. Go. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Check one, check.
Check one, check two. Said you know what to do.
Am I chopping up?
Hey, yeah, you're chopping up. Hey, look, leave out and come back in.
Is that better? Okay.
We can hear you. You can't hear us.
I don't root for Tyson. Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have to get it back. We're gonna have to get it back. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead, Coach.
Coach, so what was the question again? What was the question again?
The first question for you is tell people your channel. For those who don't know. And tell people how they can follow you. And my homegirl, my sister, Miss Patricia, she's gonna drop your link. Just tell people the name of your channel.
Yes, the name of the channel is on New Media Today USA Boxing. I'm
Say it again.
New Media Today USA Boxing.
Yes, sir.
So that's how you can find me on YouTube. I'm on every day, 6 days a week from Sunday through Fridays at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, coming out of Miami.
Yes, sir. So what do you feel about Chris Colbert's statements, man? Do you agree with someone? Look, it's not what he says. What you say sometimes is how you say it. Do you think he was trolling? Was he just promoting? Because look, like him, love him or hate him, nobody was really talking about him fighting this weekend. Now his name is on damn near everybody's boxing timeline. Some people are supporting him more because they like, hey man, that's what I'm thinking too. Some people are talking about him just because they hate him and they calling him a cone and they trying to take his black card. What do you say about that? Then we'll go back to Lady Chan if her mic's working.
Yeah, Chris Colbert, I did see the video. One of my subscribers did send it to me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was. I looked at the brother and he was dead serious. Like he said some of the same. I'm like, damn, that's what I've been saying for the past 2-3 months. I've been saying the same thing that he's been saying. I'm just being honest with you. It's just he's the first boxer to boldly just come out and say it like that. And it's bringing a lot of controversy because he's with the PBC, and I guess all of the PBC fighters are supposed to be on code with Wilder. It is what it is. So I don't have an issue with what he said. That's his opinion. We all should be able to have our individual's opinion without being called coons, sellouts, yada, 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 yada. Again, there's a narrative that's being pushed that if you do not vote or root for Deontay Wilder, you are going to be ostracized from black people who are not pro-black in the sport in the boxing YouTube community. You see what I'm saying? I can prove wholeheartedly that none of these guys are pro-black. So these guys are walking contradictions and hypocrites, in my opinion. Now, whether you like Chris Colbert or not is irrelevant to me. If you don't like what he said, cool. But if it's okay for Wilder to say all kind of disparaging things against other black fighters, you got to know that when a fighter says something against your favorite fighter, you got to stop being so goddamn sensitive. These dudes on YouTube are acting like the light-skinned niggas in the 80s when I was coming. If you grew up in the state of Florida in the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'll be sure. Christopher Williams, El DeBarge, Chico DeBarge type guys, Prince type guys. And they're very sensitive and emotional when it comes to Deontay Wilder.
I'm about to throw something at you, man. Hold on. Let me.
I'm not rooting for the guy because when I look at the sport of boxing, I'm going to root for the guy who I think is going to win. I don't root based on the skin color, right? If I follow that narrative, then you guys who pushing this same foolishness or pushing this, you sure enough didn't apply that when you chose your mates.
Hold on.
So, yeah, it is what it is. So I see the foolishness. I picked Tyson Fury to stop Deontay Wilder. I'm saying this on your show in the 10th round. Not because of his skin color, not because I'm a coon, not because I'm a sellout, not because I'm going against the code. I picked Tyson Fury because I think he has a better team. I think he's going to be better prepared. I do not like the team that Deontay Wilder has. I think he has a bunch of yes men around him. He's very stubborn. He doesn't listen. And I think that when all else fails, when the right hand lands and Tyson Fury doesn't go down, I think he's going to go back to what he knows how to do, load up on the right hand, and when that right hand doesn't help him, I think he's going to get outboxed. I don't like Tyson Fury. I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury, but I do not like Deontay Wilder. I'm not a fan of Deontay Wilder. I used to, but I don't. His fanboys make me just say the hell with it. I'm just being honest.
Hold up. So his fans make you dislike him?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
That's bad.
I'm being honest with you. I'm being completely honest with you. Because because I see the double standards, the narratives.
But that's them though.
Yeah, I get that. But I'm being honest with you. Whether you agree or not, my brother, and I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right for feeling this way.
You're not the only one. I've heard other guys say that too. Say, hey, I used to like Wilder. I used to like Spence, but certain groups and certain narratives get pushed so much. It was like, man, that ain't even true. And it makes you almost look at that person that they're talking about with a side eye. Like, in the words of like my boy said in the movie Black Panther, this your king. You get what I'm saying? So I get it.
It's that, but it's other things as well that I see from Wilder, but I'm not even tripping on that. It's just that, bro, like I'm just being honest with you, Mark. I'm not saying that I'm right. A person may look at what I'm saying and say, oh man, you can't let what other people say dictate how you feel. No, man, I'm not necessarily saying that. I mean, I feel that way. I'm just being completely honest with you. What is right and what is wrong, how I feel is subjective to me. And that's it.
Troy, talk to me, man. Troy, how do you feel about what we're talking about here? I don't know if you got. I don't even think Troy and Coach got all the questions yet, but we're going through them. Troy, how do you feel about what we're talking about here?
I don't know what the code is, first of all, and I don't care. And but if you want to tell me, you feel free to do that.
If you don't care, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, because to be honest with you, listen to me. Anytime a white person says that we all think alike, then that's racist, right? But if a black person says, okay, there's a code and we all should follow it, what the hell's the difference? Sheep do that. People don't do that. That's what sheep do.
Exactly.
Maybe people mean support.
So I guess they're sheep herders.
Hold on, Ron. No, let's not cut him off then. Let's not cut him off.
Okay, well, I guess they're sheep herders, right? They're not pro-black. They're like, they're like sheep herders, basically. Because how could every single person just be on the same term every single time? This is the real world. This isn't real, is it?
Nigga, it seemed like it's hood world to me. Fuck the dumb shit. It seemed like it's hood world because people don't understand. You go out to work every day. You work around white people. You around white people. So why you get on the internet and act like you scared of white people or the white people oppressing you? You deal with people every day, whether they white, black, green, or fucking yellow. You deal with people. As a man or a woman, you deal with people. So stop acting like everything is about oppression. Not you, Troy, but I'm thinking to myself and how I live my life. If I go to a fight, I'm going to go in the building. I might get some popcorn from a white motherfucker at the stand, and I'm going to sit my ass down in the seat and watch the fight.
Yeah, but they saying you should root for the black guy. If it's apples to apples, everything even, they say you should root for the black guy. Lisa Bells. When you just see two people competing, and tell the truth, you don't know nothing about. Hey, mute your mic for me real quick while I'm speaking, please, Ron. Hey, Lisa Bell, when you see two competitors, you don't know now one of these fighters. You just see two guys on the screen. They about to fight. You don't know now one of these guys. Do you root for the black guy?
Sometimes, yeah. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Not all the time, but sometimes you don't know them at all. Based off what you're seeing in the ring is when you make your decision, or when they announce them where they from, and you see the skin.
Yeah, I don't really like necessarily care where they're from. I did that more in the past than I do now. You know, now it's about more so if I know them beforehand, but like you said, if I don't know them just going in, as I'm watching the fight and I see how it's playing out, then I say, well, that guy may not win, but then anything can happen in boxing,
Good question right here. He said, why were all the pro-blacks? I think he mean where were all the pro-black Americans? Oh, he said, why were all the pro-black Americans happy when Ruiz knocked out AJ? I got a possibility for that. I believe some people looked at AJ like he was holding the belts up, and when they saw Ruiz win, they thought they were closer to getting Wilder to get that fight. I think or they could be rooting for him because he is American. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was Mexican.
He's an American, bro. He's an American, bro. He's from Mexican lineage, but Ruiz was born here in America.
Well, I don't know how he was holding the belts up when he hadn't had them that long.
Yo, can I speak to Hype's point?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
With that,
Andy Ruiz, he did a good thing by fighting AJ, but like I feel like AJ was like over here and he had anxiety because when you go to New York, you have anxiety as soon as you come into New York. I think that he just realized that he was in a tough situation because America's a fast-paced place. America's a fast-paced place.
We ain't talking about why he lost. We're asking. The question is, the pro-black black Americans.
No, they was mad.
They don't like him. That's why.
You saying because they don't like him, and everybody shitted on AJ because he lost to Andy Ruiz. But I just felt like Andy Ruiz had the upper advantage because AJ just came to America and he bombed severely because he was in an anxiety area, and the black people shitted on him just like they shit on Dylan White. But we know Dylan White is a better boxer than most of the people in America. We know that shit. At least I do. You know what I mean? Like they shit on him because they don't know no better. They ignorant. They ignorant, bro. Dylan White have beat most American boxers, bro.
Hey, Coach Malachi, true or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports.
No, I mean racism exists all over the world, even racism within the black community around the world. So racism is not just relegated.
Elaborate on that.
I'm finna do it now. Racism it's not just relegated to white versus black, or one group versus another group, or one culture versus another culture. It's a intercultural thing as well. In America, you have, of course, racism is very well against the white power structure against blacks. There are a lot of blacks who do survive. What's the word can I say? They are very successful in society. You have a lot of classism in America, which people misinterpret that as racism. But racism is also, if looking at racism from a term of hating people and you are doing things physically to harm people, then racism is not just relegated to white people versus black people. Because if you look at a lot of the stuff that's going on in America, there's a lot of same skin color people, and we do all kind of evil stuff to our, to those groups. Those groups do all kind of evil stuff to their own kind. So if you're looking at racism from that standpoint, meaning you're harming your people, you're hurting people, one group of people is dead set on destroying another group of people, if that's what they mean, because a lot of people have different definitions of racism. So if you're saying racism in the sense of like the 50s and 60s, oh, I hate you because you're black, that's still here. that in sports in general. But
Mm.
we have in sports, we have more blacks participating in the sports than even white people, especially like football and basketball. And you can hardly see a white person on the basketball court or even a football field. And in boxing, most of the top fighters are pretty much black. You know what I mean? So, does it still exist? Hell yeah, it still exists. But it's not prevalent in cases to where if a white guy gets in the ring with a black guy and they physically fight, we're not talking about the politics outside of boxing. We're talking about just pure boxing skills. This guy actually beat this guy. You know what I mean? Because he had the better physical tools than the other guy. You can't sit back and say, "Oh, the only reason he won because of racism." No, we can't say that. That word has been taken is totally out of context to push a certain narrative, in my opinion. And that's all I have to say about that. But does it exist? Answer your question, yes. It does exist. It's true.
Same question for y'all in the chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think. The number is on the screen, 678-381-1938, 678-381-1938. Desmond, I was still waiting for you to pull up. Desmond he was with the Black Panthers. He said, this topic ain't ready for me. That's what he put in my group on Facebook. Follow Breaking Beats. That's our group on Facebook. Join the group. You're more than welcome to post your content in there too, as long as it's respectful, of course. Even if, and when I say respectful, I mean like, don't get yourself kicked off Facebook, because I ain't gonna get the group shut down. You get what I'm saying? Don't get yourself kicked off. You know what I'm saying? But
Marq Nash. Think
go
about
ahead.
the think about the 140 division, like Ramirez. I was going for Ramirez, and Ramirez lost to Josh Taylor. I understood like how I was as a boxing fan. I feel like that I'm a Josh Taylor fan now because I see like can nobody beat him at 140. So he gained a fan because I just look at boxing as like an unbiased sport. You got to respect the guy who you think can beat everybody in the division. You know, without like sitting there being like,
but it is biased in the sport. But Ron Finkley, Ron Finkley, let's be clear. Benavidez, when it's a clip going around now, I'll play the clip. They asked David Benavidez who do he think is going to win between Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. He said, I'm rooting with Mikey, going with Mikey just because he's Hispanic, because he's Mexican.
Yeah, I get that.
That's what the issue is where with a lot of guys. They're saying, hey, the Russians gonna go with the Russians. Shit, the white Americans gonna go with Triple G.
Well,
you get what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get my bars on. Hold up, brother. Let me get this off. That I think that's where the problem is coming in with some people. They're saying, hey, we don't just ride with our guy. Just ride with your guy. Yeah, you ain't got to bet. You can bet your money on Tyson Fury, but don't throw the black man under the bus. Lady Chan is back. Let me get her take on this. Go ahead, Lady Chan.
Hi, sorry. Sorry about that. Could you just refresh me? What was the question?
Absolutely. Thank you again for pulling up. What part of the world you at?
I'm from London, England.
Awesome. Hey,
yo, shout out to the UK.
Absolutely. So look, here we are. They saying ride with your guy. If it's all even, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, ride with your guy. The Mexican guy is gonna root for the Mexican guy. Filipinos ain't rooting for Floyd Mayweather. They might bet on him, but they're gonna wear that Filipino flag. Hey, mute your mic real quick for me, Desmond, while I'm speaking, please. And then we'll let you get in after Lady Chan. Thank you. When you're watching competitive sports, if you don't know the guys and you just see them on screen, what's wrong with saying, shit, I'm going for the black guy, man. Fuck it. I'm going to go for the black guy. I'm going with the brother. You can bet your money on the white guy. You can bet your money on the Hispanic guy. But publicly, root for your guy, because that's what everybody else is doing. What do you say to that, Lady Chan?
Can I just salute D. Hodges in the chat? Salute, King. If I don't know, if I just turn on my TV and there's two random guys, what boxing, should we say? But I probably know who they are if they're boxing. Let's pick another sport. Two guys, MMA. One's white, one's black. I don't know anything much about MMA. Yeah, I will root for the black guy. I'll be like, yo, like that's my guy. He looks like me. I know nothing about them. So yeah, maybe let the black guy win. But it's not that deep. I'm not that embedded into it. If you get what I'm saying, I'm because I'm older now. maybe when I was younger, like what Lisa said, even my mum would just be like, yeah, like let the black guy win. Like, yeah, cool. Because that's something I identify with. But in boxing, can I just go back to when you were talking about the Tyson Fury thing? So I'm from the UK. Tyson Fury's from the UK. So I get banged on for not supporting Tyson Fury because I don't like Tyson Fury. And then I get banged on because I don't support Wilder because I don't like Wilder. So who's gonna win the match? In my opinion, it's Fury. So like I could still root for Wilder if I wanted to. I could root for Wilder, but who I think's gonna win is Fury if that's the case. Do you understand what I mean? Kind of. Yay, nay?
Yeah, up and down. You know what I mean?
Tell me where it's up and down, and we can straighten it up.
Well, there's nothing to be straightened about. This is your thoughts and your opinion. And I don't challenge people about their thoughts and their opinions too often. I mean, sometimes I do, but
I like a challenge. Come on, Mark, give me a challenge. Come on.
Challenge. Shout out Bill Cosby. He's somewhere at home eating a pudding pop with his wife Camille.
Yeah, he's free.
Yeah, he's free. Let me do a quick rundown to this chat real quick because we do got a super out here. D Bevel, the champ. This is my guy right here. He said, hit the like button for this great channel, man. Thank you, brother. I don't take it for granted. Really appreciate it, man. If you out there watching, you got 1,000 subscribers. Please share the link, man. It'll mean a lot to me. It'll help the show. And you can delete it in the morning. But if you got 1,000 subscribers, that means you're capable of doing it. Like you, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, my guy. Share the link for me, my G.
Content. You always got to share content.
Yeah, man.
The word get out there.
Yeah, if you can, that'll be dope. You can delete it in the morning, but share it for us while we live. Hey, King Asian Math is in the building. You can pull up. You know you're a friend of the show. Welcome home, D Hodges. You already know you my guy. Retro. Hey, brother. Hey, man. Hey, man. Let me mute your mic, man. I'm up here trying to do my chat thing, man.
Sorry, that's me. I was mumbling.
You better get it together too, man. You better get it together too. I know it's your first time, girl.
I thought I was muted.
Where my switches at? I don't know if y'all call them switches over there in the UK, but we call them switches over here in the South. I'm gonna get some switches and braid them together. Retro, what up, Mike G? Retro, oh man, we got to talk. I saw what was going on today too. That was crazy. And the crazy thing is, I support both of you guys. I don't have a dog in the fight. Retro was going at it with this other guy that I follow, and I'm like, wow. Retro was going through the chat, blocking everybody who was in the dude chat. I was like, I don't want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's keep it moving though. But thank you again for everybody who's watching, whether you're watching now or you're watching later. We appreciate your support. Who was trying to get in next? Who was it on? So the question was, Lady Chan, before you left, who was trying to ask you a question and your mic was dipping off. We were talking about rooting for your kind and racism. Does racism, true or false, racism no longer exist in boxing and other sports?
No,
Did you get a chance to?
I said false on that. Yeah.
Okay. And you said
it does exist, but race baiting is what's taken over. So it's like the boy who cried wolf. So like you got people like Ryan Garcia that don't want to, like, just an example. You got a fighter like Ryan Garcia doesn't want to fight, so he pulls the mental health card, which is like nobody will challenge you on that. Like if you do challenge someone that says they've got mental health, then you're the bully. So he pulls that card. So then it dilutes people that actually do suffer from mental health. You understand? So on our side now with the race baiting, when you're going to be pitching people against each other, and you know, if we're not on code, you're actually being divisive and there's no unity at all. So why are you using your race to cause division when we've already come from a race that's been oppressed? So in one foul swoop, yet again, a contradiction. There's always a contradiction over on that side, on the alphabet channels. And you're not allowed to have a difference of opinion because, like Malachi said, we're not on code because we don't root for Wilder. So you're automatically the ops. And you go to make a comment in the comment section, you're blocked. But everybody can come to our channels and talk their shit. And we don't block them unless they're being a troll, unless they're being super disrespectful. They'll get timed out. But it just doesn't make sense. Everything's a contradiction with it. So race baiting, I'm not going with it ever.
Define. Hey, Coach Malachi, define race bait. Oh, well, I'm gonna let Troy do that. I want to hear Troy speak and Lisa Bell. Then we'll go back to you, Coach. Cause Troy fall asleep if I don't pass on the mic. Troy, what is race baiting in your opinion?
Well, that's actually something we spoke on earlier, where everybody has to be on code, right? Everybody has to be of the same accord, the same mind, and be in agreement with every single thing and think alike. But if somebody white says that you people all the same, racist, right?
Yep.
If black people says it and they take out the you people and says you got to be on code, same damn thing. That's race baiting. And the reason why, right? Why they would
say that again. Say that again.
Yeah,
By telling somebody,
explain it for the motherfuckers in the back, Troy.
Yeah, for the people in the back. When you say, "Hey man, stick to," I'm race baiting when I tell my brother, "Hey man, stay on code."
Race baiting is about as stupid as keeping it real. When keeping it real has something to do with a crime or violence, that's just it's foolishness. A simple explanation, like I said, if somebody white says all of you people, that's black people. They don't even have to finish that statement. All of you people, right? You get offended. But if I turn around and say, "Yo, he ain't real because he ain't on code," what the hell does that mean? It's the same damn thing. You just changed the wording.
Hey, Troy.
Okay.
Troy, if I can add on to that, think about.
And then we're going to Coach Malachi.
Okay.
Go ahead. After you, we're going to Coach Malachi, then Lisa Bell.
Oh, my
never
bad.
fails. Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
Yo, Troy, to add on to that, think about it like this. How much do we support Deontay Wilder for the last 4 or 5 years? Immensely, right? So why he don't got a statue? He don't have a statue because we don't really care about our boxer like we say we do. Those people were in that deep for Tyson Fury when he came to America. Wasn't no black people in there when he came to America, bro. The white people was deep up in there. So I know it's all bullshit. It's all about a soapbox hero, bro. It ain't about supporting your boxer. Because if it was, Wilder would have been had a statue when he knocked that nigga out. When he laid him out straight from the door. Real talk. Because we seen Wilder knock out Tyson Fury. But even though he got up. But like, think about it. They made a statue for another guy. They made a statue for Tyson Fury because he did the right thing. He won a fight, and we all remembered how he won the fight. Where was our statue? We too busy getting super chats instead of supporting the boxers from all of the super chats that we get. Like, what they get. I'm not going to say me, because all I do is support. But I look at it like this, yo.
Right, and you gave me a super chat today, and I ain't giving it to Deontay Wilder. I'm going to invest it back into the show.
Well, you should, because I know you're going to go to the fights eventually.
I just went to a fight. I was there, and I got some dope interviews. Thanks to you guys.
And you're going to be a good influence on the sport. I already know who you are, Marq Nash.
Hey, look, I'm trying, Ron. Let me pass the mic around, though, because we got a lot. We got a packed house here, and the show's getting more packed because a couple of my other guys, their shows are in, and they pulling up. Desmond, been waiting for you to get up here, man. Talk to me.
Oh, man, I'm here now.
All right, look, you here. Let's get your take. Let me run the questions down. If you're just tuning in, wherever you at, I got 6 questions that I'm asking everybody. First question: can you disagree with others in our community without your blackness being in question?
I do it with my brothers all the time. If you can't disagree and come up with something, man, then it's really something wrong with you. Why can't we disagree?
Okay, true or false? Okay. Hold on. Here we go. Should African Americans stick to the code no matter what?
Who made the code?
That was the second question. That's the second question. What is the code?
There is
no code, bro.
Hey, Ron Finkley. Ron, I don't know who's doing that.
I'm sorry.
If that's you, Ron Finkley, I'm gonna have to ask you to mute your mic, or we got to, get you out of here, brother. And you can come back, but you can't answer for the other people, respectfully, of course. You can hang out, but yeah, let him have his chance to answer. Go ahead, Desmond.
It's no code. Who's following the code? The gangsters in Chicago or Detroit that shoot each other on a daily basis? What code is it?
Okay. True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America, in your opinion?
In my opinion, yes. All you have to do is look at the crime rate, the black on black crime rate. That'll tell you the whole story.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean,
true. Okay, go ahead. You want to elaborate on that more?
Yes, I do. You know, because I'm more of a statistical person. I'm just not gonna say, oh, this is the way it is, and this is what I believe. But if you look at the statistics, we're killing each other every day, all the time. So yes, we are more divided than anyone else.
Okay, I got a couple more questions. Give you a little pushback on though. Crime is relative, man. To where you're at. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you go to Japan, you're gonna have Japanese on Japanese crime. You get what I'm saying? People kill and hurt people. Crime is relative to your surroundings. Some will argue, but that's your opinion. True or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports. In your opinion?
It actually exists in every sport, in my opinion. You know, a lot of us don't even know the history of hockey, knowing that you know, it was
You're
all
breaking
black
up. You're
hockey
breaking up.
leagues.
Okay, there you go.
People don't understand that it was a lot of all black hockey leagues, and people think that hockey is white sport. And a lot of times we have black guys that can do this sport.
Desmond. We're trying to have a high quality show, so I need your mic to.
Okay,
I don't know if you're moving. I don't know if you're moving the
I am.
phone, but you was good earlier. You got to keep that phone still, or take it off speakerphone, or if you got a Bluetooth in, make sure those things are in. But we're trying to have a high quality show.
Hey, Marq Nash, can I say something real quick?
Not right now, brother. Let me talk him through.
Real quick.
Hold on, no. Listen, brother. Hey, look, this is first time on the show. I'm trying to
the hockey point.
My brother, just hold it, brother. You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it for me right now, because this is first time being on the show, and he might not know, hey man, how to position the mic. So bear with me. Hey Desmond, let me get a mic check from you now. How do you sound?
Do I sound any better now?
Nah, it's still a little scratchy. I'm gonna boot you out. You're welcome to come back in or take it off speakerphone. I don't know how you got it set up, but if you look right there at the bottom, it's a camera and mic button. Tell StreamYard how you're listening. If you're on Bluetooth, if it's on speakerphone, you click that setting. It should help your audio experience. Mute your mic while you're doing that. We'll come back to you. Go ahead, Ron Finkley, and then let's get this smoke in there. Go ahead, Ron. What was your point you wanted to add to it?
I just wanted to talk to his the black hockey player. My uncle, my great uncle, was the first black hockey player from Atlantic City. Art. I think his name was Art Williams. Trust me, I got an extended family from Atlantic City. But I liked it his point when he talked about the black hockey player. That's all I really wanted to say.
Oh no, and it's not the victim mentality show. Absolutely not. I'm letting everybody have their chance to speak. I don't even know how to say that troll ass name. Robeat, whatever, my G. You're more than welcome to answer the questions. I'm just asking the questions. I'm curious. I want to test the room and fill the room out, see what people are saying, what people are thinking, because I was on the show last night and two guys who I know got immense amount of respect for each other really got into it, and I'm like, we was all just at the fight together, and y'all arguing like y'all don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? I think they was even at the same hotel. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm saying, so get this smoke. Talk to me, man. How you feel? Well, say the boxing lounge.
Oh, get the smoke.
Get it smoke. What up?
I think he on mute.
Yo, his mic ain't muted. His mic ain't muted. I can see that. The boxing lounge. You got something you want to say, or you about to slide? Going. All right, going. Let's get him out of here. Yeah, we got to keep it moving, man. We're trying to have a high quality show, and we can't do that if we can't hear the guests. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute your mic, Ron, because you kind of ad libbing for me, brother, and you don't even have a good mic, and you ad libbing. No disrespect, but your audio ain't the best. Go ahead, get the smoke. How you feel? All right, he's out again. Coach Malachi, you got the floor, and then we're going back to the UK. And Lisa Bell.
What is it that you want me to address?
What we was just talking about, the person who pulled up, and we was talking about the black hockey team. The guy. I think Desmond John. Actually, we already got your question in. I kind of lost my spot dealing with all the little distractions right there. They threw me off my square, coach. Let me take it to the chat. My man said, let me do that real quick. Let me take that to the chat. D. Hodges says racist and racism is everywhere. Supreme Beast is laughing at people calling calling the LDBC what y'all call it, alphabet channels. I think that's what he's laughing about. I think it's because he's moving around. What else we got right here? Somebody said Bumba Clot. Yeah. And he said Boston Red Sox Celtics fans are racist as fuck, but black and brown players still go there. Excuse me. How about that? He said Boston and Red Sox Celtics fans, Boston Red Sox and Celtics fans are racist, but guys still go and play there. They got a job to do, though. You get what I'm saying? They got a job. They got a job to do. Hey, Marq Nash, you want to drop another link? I have to reboot. Yo, the link is out there. Yeah, the link is constantly being pushed out there. You're more than welcome to pull up. And the phone number is out there, too, if you want to call in. 678-381-1938. Go ahead, Ron. I know you was trying to get in earlier.
Yo, I'm going to come up and off from mute. Yo, what's the topic right now?
Man, it's the same topic all night, man. It's all 6 of those questions. Also, Bill Cosby just got out of jail. Do you agree or you disagree? You think he should have stayed in there for the whole dime, or you're glad to see him out?
Man, I wanted Bill Cosby out of jail like 6 years ago. I'm happy he out.
He went in jail 6 years ago, but I get the metaphor.
I mean, meaning like he should have been out because he's old, and whatever happened was way back in the day. So it's like the time limit passed for him to get charged for that. That's all I'm saying. Like, think about it, Marq Nash. If you do something like 7 years past that situation, which in his case, it was probably like 30 years. So why would you lock him up for some shit that happened a long time ago? I thought that was a disgrace, bro. And I'm glad he's out. That's just me keeping it real.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Okay. Plunge Drunk said no. Okay, hey, look. Got D Hodges in here. Got get the smoke. Get the smoke. I'm gonna let you have the floor. Hey, Plunge Drunk said no. He said it don't exist in boxing. The type of racism that oppress anyone, nope, it don't exist. Racism is weak. It got no muscle.
Tell him to get on the panel.
You just told him. He can hear you. He can hear you. LT was like, yo, this title is wow. It's like y'all want black fighters to be the most hated. I don't get that, LT. I don't know why you think we want black fighters to be hated. I don't hate. You just tuning in, so you're not familiar with my opinion and my take on this. But nah, I don't hate Chris Colbert, and I don't think he should be hated.
Can I say something to you real quick, Marq Nash?
Yeah, but I won't get this smoke and D Hodges to get a bar in because they, they ain't got a chance to speak. Go ahead, get the smoke.
Niggas on the talk. Niggas
don't. Hey, look, don't do that, brother. We're gonna keep everything respectful. We're gonna keep everything respectful. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want a shouting match over here. I ain't got the patience for it, and I don't got time to have no more headaches. Go ahead. Get the smoke. Is your mic working? Talk to me.
On the chat, how are y'all doing? I just got to address that whole Boston thing. I live in Boston. I lived there my whole life.
Hold on, D. Hodges. Look, let me set the table for you. First question on the menu. Can you disagree with others in our community without your blackness being questioned, in your opinion?
Of course we can. You got your own opinions. I don't feel shit. It's a bunch of black people that I don't feel the same opinion as them. Everybody has their own opinion. You are your own person. So, question number 2.
All right. True or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America, in your opinion?
Nope. Every race is divided because Puerto Ricans hate Dominicans and they are the same damn thing. I don't care what you say, so what, different country, they're still Hispanic. But if you call a Dominican or Puerto Rican, like they got mad beef. Like I was saying, like you call a Scottish, Irish, they got mad beef. Like it all depends upon the person. Real talk.
Okay, true or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports.
Of course, it is never gonna go nowhere. Races exist where I can go into the store and see races. So it's like that shit definitely is never going nowhere. Everybody's gonna be racist. And the true definition of racist is because you don't like that other race. It don't matter what the race is. If I don't like an Asian, I'm racist. If I don't like a Mexican, I'm racist. If you don't like another race, you're a goddamn racist. That's the word, racist. You hate that race.
Okay, next question. True or false? you should always quote unquote root for your kind, even if your knowledge tells you otherwise. Example, when you're watching the Olympics, you don't root for the Russian, you root for the American. You know, if it's all even, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, why not root for the black guy? You get what I'm saying? How do you feel about that?
I don't know if he's a black Russian. I'm gonna vote for him. Shit, I don't care what country you from. I'm gonna vote for the black guy. He could be a black Chinese from Japan. He could be a black guy from whatever goddamn country. He could be shit. I'll cheer for people that are just dark skinned. As long as you're dark skinned, I'll cheer for you.
So you,
Come on,
hold on. Stop, my brother. I hate to boot you out. I hate to boot you out here, Ron. Please don't do that, Ron. You gotta let me host my show. You gotta let me host my show.
No, you good.
You good. No, you good. It's okay if you offend people. That's your opinion. But we ain't gonna let people cut you off as soon as they hear something they don't like. We can't have that. That's not cool. You finish getting your thought out. Go ahead. Basically, you saying yes, you do root for the black guy.
I do. For any sport, I root for the black guy. Any fight, even if I know the black guy's a bum and I know he's gonna lose, I still root for him. You know what I'm saying? I gotta rock with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to, even if I know they suck. I still rock with them. Sorry, I'm not racist.
You ain't gotta apologize. Look, you're the first one on the panel to say that. I know a lot of people think that, admit it, but I think you're the first one to say that tonight. Let me let Ron Finkley speak, and then we gotta let Get This Smoke. Hold up, first of all, Get This Smoke. Is your mic even working?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There you go. Hold what you got, because Ron Finkley wanted to cut D Hodges off. Ron Finkley, that's like strike 2 or 3 or 4. Brother, you cannot do that.
I know, bro.
All right, that's the last one, brother. After that, man, you already know what time it is, and I love you and I appreciate you, but we got to respect these people talking, because nobody's cutting nobody off except for you. All right. Say what you was trying to say.
No, we're not, because the whole point.
D Hodges, now you doing it. Look, I'm talking. We ain't gonna do it like that. We're not gonna do it like that. That's how we gonna do it. I got the power of the mouse.
No, I just wanted to explain boxing.
D Hodges. Look, that's how we got to do it then. Don't make me do it to you. Nobody make me do it to him, man. I respect y'all, but respect me. I got the mouse. Respect the power of the mouse, or you're gonna get your head chopped off. So listen, man. Say what you was trying to say to Ron Finkley. I mean to D Hodges, and then we're gonna let Get This Smoke talk. Like, we don't want you guys to just. I don't want too long of a back and forth. Say what you was trying to say, Ron, when you was cutting him off.
What I was trying to say to D Hodges, it was like he said he gonna root for the black man no matter what. He's not being a real boxing fan by saying that. He's saying he gonna lose to me, because if your boxer don't have skills, you're gonna fucking lose. Why you rooting for him just because he's black? You a dumbass to me.
All right, and that's it. Thank you for pulling up, and I appreciate you pulling up. Go ahead, Get This Smoke. See, like I said, we can keep it respectful. You could have kept your comment, that last part, to yourself, man. You can talk to the man, make your point. You don't have to name call, disrespect that man. We ain't gonna have that. Ron Finkley, you my guy, my man, 50 grand. But that's how we got to regulate the show, because it's a very sensitive topic here, and if I let it get out of hand, it's gonna get way out of hand, and I don't even want to start that. Go ahead, Get This Smoke. But I appreciate your donation, my brother.
Hey, peace to the YTBC. Peace to the panel, peace to the chat. What's up? I'm trying to get in these questions.
All right,
I came in during a topic, but I don't remember.
Let's get it. Look, let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah,
first of all, how you doing today? You good?
Oh man, the shade better than spectacular. How you doing?
All right. I'm great. Hey, look, can you disagree with others in our community without your blackness being questioned, in your opinion?
Can I disagree? Sure. Yeah, but I mean, you can also disagree in our community with your blackness being questioned. Both things can be true. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I got my blackness questioned the last 7 days just because, like, the way I sound, right?
Okay, so look, let me ask you this: true or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America.
No, false. I mean, yeah, that's false.
Okay. If not, then who?
I don't know that anybody has the monopoly on being, like, racially divided, like intra race. Like, Mexicans are divided against Mexicans. White people are divided against white people. Asian people are divided against Asian people. Like, yeah, there's a lot of division.
Cool. True or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports, in your opinion.
Racism exists in boxing and other sports.
Okay. True.
There's empirical there's empirical data to show all those things.
True or false? You should always root for your kind, even if your knowledge tells you otherwise, i.e., you don't root for the Russian in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? If it's apples to apples, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You should just go for the black guy. You can bet your money on whoever you think gonna win, but root for the black guy. What do you think of that? True or false?
Yeah, nah, I don't think that gives enough room for people to be individuals. Also, be part of their group and also support their own group interests in their own way. So, no, I don't think you should always just do that now.
Okay. D-Hodge, you said you wanted to say something about Boston before you slide. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I jumped off for that whole 6 question thing. That shit just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, man,
I
you
ain't
late to
even-
the show. That's how we cooking it up. Talk to me. Say what you want to say.
Yeah, no, just saying because Boston sports fans are not racist. We just hate losing. It don't matter who you are. We just hate to lose. Most of the Boston Celtics are black. How many white people are in the Boston Celtics?
That's what the guy said, though. Y'all
Like,
echoing the same thing. He said, but black and
they're
brown
not-
players played all the time.
Yeah, we're not racist. Now, don't get me wrong. The people up here are racist. Fans are racist, and oh boy, believe me. But it's the point. Everybody, like I told you, everybody hates everybody. I got Puerto Ricans that hate Dominicans, Japanese that hate Chinese, Germans that hate Scottish. So we got every little bit of everything up here. But in one thing of sports, we don't care about the race thing. We just don't like to lose. Our sports has nothing to do with race, but up in the city, oh yeah, it is definitely racist.
For sure.
Can I pose a hypothetical to
hold on,
D?
Hey, get the smoke. Hello, get the smoke. Get the smoke. All right. Well, thank you for pulling up, D-Hodges. I appreciate that. Go ahead, get the smoke. But I gotta let Ricky Williams get his bars in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. He just pulled up, and we've been trying to get him over here. Go ahead, Ricky.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Peace to the gods and goddesses. How y'all doing?
Peace.
Peace, my G. Welcome home, my G. How you feel?
Hey, man, everything is everything.
Hey, look, man. The chat is lit. Hot topic right here. Give me your take on what we're talking about here. First of all, Bill Cosby's out of jail. What's your take on that?
He shouldn't went to jail in the first place. It don't matter. Like I said, the thing is with this. So Bill Cosby settled out of court for cases that supposedly was assault or whatever. He already made a deal with the government, so they had no right to prosecute him. They already had a deal set in, so they had no right to prosecute him. So legally, per the legal system, he wasn't supposed to get prosecuted in the first place.
Okay. All right, so give me your take on what we're talking about right here, man. It's a lot going on with these topics. We got like 6 questions that I'm pretty much rolling through, and I'm trying to get everybody's take on it before we wrap the show up. Let me put my banners back up. I mean, scroll back down to the banner that we looking for.
Take your time, brother. Take your time.
No, man. We got to get this thing popping. Hey, should African Americans stick to the code no matter what?
But
Hey,
what's the code?
Hey, get this smoke. I was talking to Ricky, brother. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I thought you sorry. You switched.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ricky. Should African Americans stick to the code no matter what?
The code to me is supporting each other in business and community. So hell yeah, you're supposed to stick to it.
Can you disagree with people like in our community without their blackness being in question? Like, let's say I don't support Deontay Wilder. I'm rooting for Fury. You know, I'm riding with Fury. Like, should my blackness be questioned in your opinion?
It don't matter if somebody questions or not. It's what you question.
Elaborate.
Because another person can't define what I am. Who is another person to tell somebody how black they is or how white they is?
Oh, people do it all the time, though, Rick. You know,
it doesn't matter if they do it. It only matters if you answer and respond to it.
Cool. Hey, true or false? African Americans are the most divided race in America, in your opinion?
I think we're the most uninformed.
So that's a true, false. What is that?
I'm gonna say indifferent because information and being divided is two totally different things. Again, like I told you before, I think a lot of our people have their beliefs wrapped in symbolisms that don't mean two fucks in a shit.
True or false? Racism no longer exists in boxing and other sports.
Racism is based in economics. So as long as you have economics being the head of a certain sport or activity, racism is going to be involved. So yes.
True or false? You should always root for quote unquote your kind, even if your knowledge tells you otherwise. Example, in the Olympics, you root for America, you don't root for the Russians.
Negative,
So you
right?
said false. You shouldn't
Negative
always.
in all things, right? That's like people vote for y'all keep, our people keep voting for Republicans and Kamala Harris, knowing damn well she's a snake in the grass. No, you shouldn't. Again, it's about information. If you feel the information don't match up to your beliefs or what you have as far as definite knowledge on a situation, no, you shouldn't root for them. You shouldn't vote for them. You shouldn't put your finances there. No, you shouldn't.
All right, the floor is open back up. We don't have that much time left, but I'm gonna let everybody get their bars off. Lady Chan, Lisa Bell, we haven't heard the lady speak in a minute. Lady Chan, I know you're on a different time zone. I'm gonna go on and let you get your bars off. Talk to me, and I'm gonna go to the chat.
I appreciate you having me on the chat. If there's anything that you got specifically to ask me, I'll answer it. But yeah, I'm just listening to what everybody's saying, all the different opinions, and yeah, I appreciate them. That's how you learn in life, by listening to others. Like you said, you may hear something that makes you think on the other side, and you can get people's points and opinions. But it's just everybody's entitled to their opinions. It's just how you deliver it. You shouldn't be bullied into being a monolith, like being a drone. We all have different opinions, and people should be respectful of that. And it doesn't make you a hater. We're in this hater culture where if you dislike something, you're a hater. No, I just don't like it. Yeah, I'm not campaigning outside the person's house or the corporations where they're situated with a banner. That's hating. If I dislike something, I've got the right to like, and I've got the right to dislike. So let everybody have their right. That's it.
Oh, go ahead, Lisa. Lisa Bell, she never fails. Talk to us, Lisa. Give us your final thoughts on all of this.
It was a very good discussion today. We opened up the communication lines, and I believe that everybody's entitled to, have their own opinion and freedom of choice, freedom of speech. Can't violate anyone's civil liberties or, just it's I look at boxing, maybe other people look at it different. Boxing is still entertainment to me. I know it's not the music business, but I still look at it as entertainment, even though it's a brutal type of entertainment. So I have to put it in kind of the same category, but a little different. So I know this is not the Jack Johnson era or Joe Louis, when people used to have to sit around and huddle around the radio and listen to the fights or whatever. I know things have changed and have evolved. And yes, I do still think that I'm still a part of, the fiber, unfortunately, in this country. But it's not what it used to be, but it can be covert, you know what I mean? So, but a lot of athletes have become multimillionaires. So it has evolved, but we still have a ways to go. But that's just my take.
Yo, I'm real behind on the chat, yo. Hey, look, somebody said, name me one. What Punch Drunk said, name me one fighter right now suffering from racism. I'll wait. Anybody? Any takers?
He don't care. He just always comes with his He just always comes with something that is just, we don't care about that. Moving along swiftly.
Yeah, like Gary Russell Jr. spoke out about it extensively. Just that's one. Anyway, we can keep it moving.
Yeah, but how do we know definitively that they are suffering from racism?
I mean, what do you mean by definitive? What do you mean by definitive suffering? And like,
yeah, because I haven't talked to him. I don't
yeah.
know his day-to-day life.
Yeah, but they say that they have, right? So I mean, who would say that they definitively haven't? Like, I mean, what are you going to say?
I haven't heard them definitively say that. So sorry, I'm not in the know. I haven't heard Bud Crawford come out and say that he's been suffering from racism. I haven't personally heard it. So
well, I got an interview on my channel right now with Anthony Darrell, and he definitely says racism exists in boxing. And he brought up, he was like, "Yo, how did I beat Yildirim?" And then Yildirim next fight after that is with Canelo. So we talked about that. The interview's out there. It's on my channel, and I have a timestamp so y'all can hear it from his mouth. But some people said they have felt it. It's an interview right now on my channel. So let me go through the rest of the chat. Somebody said black and brown. He said that's not true. LT, my brother, on his shit. I'm still here. Let me know. Okay, D Hodges. Blah, blah, blah. What was that? Anybody else? Now, our rights to due process must be protected. But his victims deserve justice. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, you talking about Bill Cosby? He said our rights to due process must be protected, but his victims deserve justice. Okay, I get it. Exactly, Ron. He said nobody can answer that. I think this is old. But go ahead. Y'all can go ahead.
Yeah, that got answered.
All right, they said it got answered. Go ahead, Troy.
Y'all got a question for Punch since he don't want to come on the panel. He's saying that it doesn't exist, right? We talking about racism. Why does he constantly do shows about, this whole black and brown war and racism? Then kind of contradicts what he's saying now, right?
Thank you.
I would just like to. I would just like to.
That's why I moved along swiftly.
Right. I just like to point out just one thing. Like, most people would say that, like, in 2021, we may be in a more egalitarian society than like in 1967, right? So like we've come a long way since 1967 when it comes to race relations. But this question was asked to like James Baldwin in 1967. Like, how do you say racism exists when you're a writer and you're like this world famous writer? Like, it was still racism then. Like the same kind of line of questioning that's being asked in 2021 was asked in 1967. You got to actually get with the data and just stop trying to browbeat everybody with your own perspective about racism. Like, but that's one thing. The other thing I just want to say is, like, a lot of people come to this country and they're Americans like us, right? But they haven't been here very long, and so they form these these ideas about what it is like to be in America for the past generations, when they don't actually know what it's been like for these past generations and what it's meant to be raised by those people. That's it.
Sorry, am I allowed to say anything, Mark?
Go ahead. I just don't like people cutting me off when I'm talking. Like, I'm the host. But go ahead.
Is it called for me to speak?
Absolutely. Get your bars off.
Sorry, I'm just looking in the chat. Lady Shan hates Latino. That's funny. My nan's from Venezuela. Anyway, this is why people just make me sick, like, in the comments. And then you've got people like, in their channels, like what Troy said, they're always talking about black and brown issues when it suits them, because it's a good topic for their channel. They use the black people for us to come over on their panels to give them good content. But now they're sitting in a chat talking about there's no racism. Get out of town. LT boxing and punch drunk. Go away. All you do is gnaw at people's chats. No, sorry, Mark.
Let the people speak.
Someone's not going to tell me I hate Latinos and I'm Latina. How can you tell me that?
Let me say something when she's done, bro.
All right, go ahead. And we're gonna go ahead.
Let's keep it a buck, bro. Y'all people that saying it ain't no racism are lost in the sauce. Exactly. That's just the honest to God truth, bro. Exactly. Let's take boxing out of it, bro. Tim Tebow kneels, he gets celebrated. Colin Kaepernick Nick kneels and he gets kicked out the NFL. Don't tell me racism don't exist.
Of course it does. See? Yeah. You're right.
Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. The simple fact that you able to have conversations against Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury in the context that you do lets you know racism exists.
This guy, he's just the most annoying.
Stop, bro. Stop. Let me tell you what it
Hold
is.
on, Lady
Bro.
Chan. Let Ricky speak, please.
Let me tell you what it is, bro. It's all about what you believe, right? A woman can say she was raped. Let's talk about the Bill Cosby case. All these people came out said they was raped. No evidence. It's just one person word against another. It's all who you believe, right? I don't believe in victimhood, punch drunk. I understand I'm not a victim. No one should play victims, but you got to play in the game you're in, bro. Right? To say it doesn't exist means you're being ignorant to the facts around you, right? And then when it knock on your door, you'll be the same person crying out wolf, right? That's just the truth of the matter. To say if there's no racism, why is it racist? Why is there racist, period? Not a racist, but race. Why is it black? Why is it white? Why is it Latino? Why is it Puerto Rican?
We don't care about your question, Punch Drunk. You don't know one. You didn't come
look. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Come on the panel and try to address, because you've been on your panel talking about that black people don't identify with the Latino struggle, and all black people care about is their own struggle. Do you remember that, Punch Drunk? Let's not go there. You can tell me shut the hell up all day long. I've got no.
Look, listen. You know you like that. Hold on. I got you, LT. Let me do this. I got you. I'm about to pass you the mic. Lady Chan, you're like that, kind of right now, you like that person in the car arguing at the other car who just almost swerved. They down the block. They can't hear you.
You
get what I'm saying?
Addressing me in the chat.
No, I'm being facetious, but the audio, like, it's cool. You don't have to argue with the chat. It's okay. You got a whole panel here. We got somebody else just beamed in. LT, welcome to the show. This is your first time beaming in, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks
all right,
for
hold on. Let me give you the drop.
Yes! All right.
All right, pull up. Go ahead. Get your bars off.
Yeah, man. I got a clip, bro, of saying of Lady Chan saying, I'm tired of these Latinos hating on them and hating. I got a clip of Lady Chan saying that. I also heard Lady Chan in another saying, I'm black. I'm a black woman first. I'm a black woman first before anything. And then right now, all of a sudden, she prefers to claim that she's Latina. Her mom is Venezuelan and whatnot. So I don't know what she be preaching. Like, we all here, we all everywhere, we all communicate. We all communicate, and so I don't know who falls for that. I mean, I don't think talking about boxing is gonna save your rapping career or something. And with that, I'm out, guys. Peace.
Tu madre prostituta, tu madre y tu padre también. Tonto. Sí, tú sabes. Yeah. Okay. Let's not go there. When you guys like to make clips and go viral, I'm so popular. I'm actually flattered. Thanks for doing it. But what I did say, and everything's in context, and let me just clarify, I said I'm black before a language is not an ethnicity. Spanish is the language that is spoken. My dad's Jamaican, and my mum and my nan are Venezuelan and Dominican. So,
Lady Chan, yeah. I'm sorry, and I appreciate your culture and your heritage, but we already over the time, sister, and you can come back and do it again. Let everybody get their final thought, and you can get that in your final thought. Coach Malachi, tell people where they can reach you, follow you at, and how can we get in touch with you and what you got popping.
Yes, sir. You can get a contact with me. Versely, you can come to my Instagram look up at Coach Malachi Williams. You can send me a direct message if you want to. Also, you can follow me on YouTube at New Media Today USA Boxing. I'm on every day, 6 days a week from Sunday through Friday at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. So that's how you can get in contact with me. As you can see, my eyes is real low, heavy. I got to get up in the morning, guys. I did the best I can do, man. I'm tapping out.
Salute, pal.
Yeah, salute, Shan.
All right, man. Be safe, man. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow at 3:00.
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead, Troy.
All right. I can be found on Monday night on Major Key every Monday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So please stop by. We got a great show. We got some great guests. We're doing some great things. Marq Nash could also be found there alone. And also Coach can be found there as well. And go support Marq in that album. It's a great album. It's a labor of love. And I keep calling them diamond status for a reason. So go ahead and support that, man. I'm going, man. And Punch, please go ahead and start a show because I want to finish this conversation.
Hey, look, and look, y'all get LT up out of here. I'm done with this dude. Like, I let him come on the show. Look, you can troll me all you want to, my G, in the chat. You want to play, you can disagree with me, but don't pull up, troll, yell, cuss, fuss, and be disrespectful, and then leave. So if you want to do that, we're gonna make sure you gone for good. And Patricia, take care of that for me. Take care of that, my light work for me. Appreciate you. Bye, LT. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do it. And we ain't gonna go for it, my G. So bye-bye. Go ahead, Lisa Bells. She never fails.
Hey, thanks for having me, Marq Nash. A great
Hey, look, and I'm
topic.
cool, man. Yo, I've been letting everybody talk. I've been making sure other people don't cut people off. Bro, you pull up on that bullshit, my G, and then you want to leave before somebody can address you. Oh man. Well, let me make sure you really leave. I don't need it. Man, you one person, bro. I'll be all right. Go ahead, Lisa Bell. I'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Marq Nash. And
sister, you know you always welcome. Welcome home.
Yeah, thanks to everyone on the panel for coming out and just giving their take on these different topics. They were great topics.
And look, and it's a lot of people out there who ain't black in the chat trying to talk to us about black issues, which is funny to me. I mean, you can witness and you can watch us talk with each other, but come on, let's be real. Like, if I can't sit there and talk to a white man about white issues. I mean, I can have a thought and opinion, but let's be real. That ain't my shit. That ain't my fight. I have nothing to do with that. I need to be focused on me and my people. You get what I'm saying? So it's cool. I'll let y'all have a y'all can look through the window, but come on, man. When I let you eat with me, have a seat at the table, you want to disrespect me like that? Nah, we can't have that. We don't never need that. But I'll definitely let everybody talk and let everybody have respect for each other. That's the only reason Ron had to leave. Cause I was like, yo, we're not gonna have no disrespect. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's already a sensitive issue. Let's at least show each other respect. Come on, man. If we can't show each other respect, what are we doing here, man? Ain't nobody about to fight each other. That's my thing too. When we get into the, I'm gonna say that in my closing. Go ahead. Troy, you good, right? Lisa Bells, you good. Lady Chan, give me your final thoughts, and then we're gonna go to my brother Ricky Williams.
Thank you so much, Mark, for having me. This was a great topic. I massively appreciate it. The guy you got rid of, he was trolling me, and that's why I got a bit pissed off. But really, you just need to ignore losers in life. That's what you do. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me. Check out my boxing channel, Lady Shan Dundam Season. Hit me up on Instagram at Lady Shan. And salute to the King, Marq Nash. Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Look, and you won't see him over here no time soon. I don't play those games, bro, because I don't need it. I'm all right, bro. I'm gonna be all right regardless. Ricky Williams, matter of fact, get this smoke talk to us. You got a final thought, and I'm gonna let Ricky take us home. You got a final thought on anything we was talking about? Get this smoke.
Yeah, just real fast. Ever since there was a civil rights movement, there have been different ideologies and different groups competing with, trying to get for the hearts and minds of the narrative, and then also they've been working together, even coming from different sort of ideologies. So no, there's never been this whole uniformity of thought, but there has been a goal, a particular goal that's been we've had in mind. So we can all have a diversity of opinion. Black people are not some monolithic group, whether you've been here for generations or you're just getting here or wherever in the world you're from. Black people are going to have their own different perspectives on stuff. That's it.
For sure. Ricky Williams. Ricky Will.
What's up, bro?
Ricky Will, stay ready for the kill. Talk to him, man. Give me your final thoughts on everything we talked about, and also tell people how they can find that logo. Well, we don't see the logo now, but
yeah, I'm on my laptop, bro. I'm in a different room.
It's all good. I'm glad you pulled back up, man. Talk to us. Give us your final thoughts on everything we talked about tonight.
Great topic, fam. As always. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and share this video. Y'all can find me on YouTube. If you don't know how to get to me, just look up Ricky Williams Boxing. That'll bring you right to me. I'm also on Instagram at RARE_DUBBZ, so R_Dubs, and on Twitter at RDubs1. What it really comes down to, bro, like, is about being it's about being informed. It's about who has the correct information, who has the correct info, right? So whether they black or white, brown, green, or purple, vote with your mind, vote with your brain, and make sure you have the correct information to support your argument. Because as it's been seen time and time again, one person is going to argue one side, and you can't have one side without the other. And it really comes down to who has the correct information.
All right, and tell people where they can follow you at, how they can reach you if they want some more of that dope content. You got it.
Oh yeah, just follow me on YouTube. If you haven't seen me, the link's in the chat. If you do just want to find me, just do a search for Ricky Williams Boxing. You will see a RW and Nipsey Blue. That's the way you know it's me. You can also follow me on Twitter at RDubs1, AREDUBBZ, the number 1, and on Instagram at ARE_DUBBZ. And make sure you guys support the creators, support Marq Nash. Get this video out, share it to your Twitter face and your Instabook. Let the people get it, yo. Go ahead and spread that word.
Yeah, and I got your banner rolling at the bottom right there so they can see it. Hey, look, man, this is my final take on it, man. Before y'all slide, I'm gonna give y'all my final thoughts, and we can land this plane. Look, I get it. Chris Colbert has an unpopular opinion, same as Candace Owens. Some people call her coon, some people call Stephen A. Smith. Look, just because you disagree with somebody, don't mean they're necessarily a quote unquote coon. Shout out to Punch Drunk for the donation too. I appreciate it, my brother. Friend of the show. I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your logo and what you mean to the sport of boxing and the YTBC. And I appreciate the donation. So thank you again for your time today. Hey, listen, man. It goes like this. The guy has an unpopular opinion. Punch said something that I thought was right on head with what I was talking about earlier. When you vote Republican and you black, people talk to you crazy. They look at you like you a sellout. You a coon. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. We don't have to agree, but it's a way we can find common ground. And people are entitled to their opinion. Before you start bashing Chris Colbert, you need to check your playlist on your own videos. Where was that same energy for Terrence Crawford? Where was it at? Some of you guys were saying he should fire Mark Breland a long time ago. He is in Wilder. So you gotta keep that same energy, man. And if not in real life, at least keep the same energy on YouTube, because it's documented that you guys are pro-black here, not pro-black there. What is the code? We still don't have a uniform answer to that question. So we need to figure out what the code is first before we all can stick to the code. I like Ricky's example. He said, hey man, we need to help each other economically and socially and things like that. I get it. But what we can't have is where we crucify people because we don't like their opinion, especially when that stuff don't even affect your day-to-day life. It don't affect your money. It don't affect your wife. It don't affect your education. It don't affect the infrastructure in your community. Man, we just had a building collapse and it's like 150 people still missing. But they knew that building needed to be reconstructed. They knew that building needed to be worked on. They didn't give those people power of choice. And those people are babies, whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asian. It's going to be people that of all races that they're going to find under that rubble in shambles. Can't even probably be identified other than DNA. We got bigger issues, guys. We got to build. We got to work together. We got to find common ground. Let people have their opinion. If you don't like it, man, you can just turn the channel. Simple as that. But when you go out your way to create content over and over to bash somebody who's supposed to be a brother on the way up, man, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing the race a disservice. You can disagree with them. Live and let live, man. It's okay. It's okay. That's what makes America great. You can have your own thought, your own opinion. And with that said, that's my thought and my opinion. It's your boy Marq Nash. It's been another great episode of Breaking the Beats, where we break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else I feel like squeezing into those letters. Remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. You can get that hoodie at marknash.com. Man, I love y'all so much. It's been a great episode. I will see y'all on Friday if God wills it. Thank you again for your time. If you want to holler at me, I'll keep the link live for a minute if I can help you out with anything far as getting your content right, or if you need help with your graphics. I always stay around for about 5 minutes after the show to help you guys out. Thank you again. If you got more than 1,000 subscribers, share the link. You can delete it tomorrow, but share it today. Thank you so much. Troy, Lisa, I love y'all. Patricia, I love you. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy Marq Nash, Breaking Beats. Let's get it, man.
All right.
This that squad.